guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to share with you another way or form that I have my January 2018 budget. I was asked if I only do the paper pen method, and the answer is no. I do actually have my budget set up for January in Excel, and I wanted to go ahead and share that with you all. And some of it I am still working on, but I do have the basis so far set. Okay, so very similar to my pen and paper method, I have at the top listed the budget amount, the actual column, the difference, and the due date. And here in this section separate, I have paid, where I typically mark with a Y once it's paid. And that's the only thing that's really different than the paper and pen method. Okay, so here at the top, I have my income. I have checks listed out by 1, 2, 3. If there's 3 paychecks in the month, or if I carry over, for example, like December, I got paid on the 29th as a 3rd paycheck. I am carrying that balance into January. So I have that listed with the budgeted amount. And then here I have extra income in case some form of extra income comes in, like a gift, a monetary gift, or if I sell something, for example. Okay, and then here is the total of those categories listed here. And of course, the pen and paper method, you have to manually do the calculations. Here, Excel does it for you. And that is by entering in a formula here, which is the sum of C2 to C9. And you can get that by clicking here, auto sum, and highlighting your fields, and then pressing enter. Okay? And I'm just going to go straight into these columns before I get over to this side. Okay, next I have my regular costs, which is also listed same way on the pen and paper method. They may show in different orders than on my pen and paper method because I have been working on it, doing some tweaks and some updates. So I have my Apple Music, my car payment, my car insurance, my cell phone, my electricity, my gym, Netflix, rent, renter's insurance, and water. Okay, and just like in the previous video, these are not actual totals. I have to keep that information a little private because I do have family, friends, and coworkers watching, but I have inputted some numbers here just as a filler for the sake of the video. Okay, and so I have the budgeted amount for each categories that I pay regularly cost on a monthly basis. So of course this is for January. And the total is listed here. And I did the same method with the auto sum from cells C11 all the way to C26. Press enter. There are blanks here in case for some reason I had an unbudgeted expense that I still need to input, or if I, for whatever reason, obtain an extra bill, which I hope not to be the case. But there's space available for that. Okay? And then there's the total, and let's just stick to this side. The next section, just like the pen and paper method also, is the debts. So these are the minimum payments of my debts that I pay each month. So I have my Capital Ones, my Navy Federal, my Target, my previous year's taxes, and my Victoria's Secret bill, as well as the minimum payments that I make each month with the budgeted amounts. So these typically do not vary, but sometimes they may if the account balance starts to decrease, then sometimes the minimum payment decreases. So that can vary somewhat, but typically for the most part it's been the same for me. And then here I have also space in case for whatever reason I have additional debt that I acquired that I did not recognize or realize, or need space to input some additional information. And then here's the total. And then I have, again, the sum. Same method, auto sum. It would fill in this, and you would highlight the cells and press enter to get that. Next up, I have my non-fixed categories. And these are categories that I typically need my cash clips for because I do the overspending in these categories. And these are the amounts that I budgeted for the month of January. So you have to remember your budget will not be exactly the same every month. So for example, my personal budget is never $425. This is what I had filtered for, again, with that December paycheck coming in at the last of the month as my third paycheck. My personal spending for the last check of December was a bit higher because I wanted to wrap up and get all the things that I needed to finalize so that January, February, and March I could do as minimal as possible in my personal spending categories. So my next budget, they will not be nowhere near this dollar amount. I am on a very minimal personal spending goal, like $50 and less for personal spending. So that's why this was so high. I got the things that I felt I would need to get through at least the first 3 to 6 months with very minimal personal spending. Then this is my grocery, so $120. My gas, $120. Eating out, $120, and household. Okay, so that for this particular budget comes up to $825, and I'm showing you here just these columns first. I do have other information to share. So that total to $825. So you do the same method with your sum there that you did in the previous categories. Okay, I also talked about my sinking funds. Currently, I am only putting $20 a month for Christmas and vacation. That may change, but right now I'm trying to focus on debt payoff. So I have the minimum going in to cover possibly if we can squeeze in some small version of a vacation and some amount for Christmas. But the goal is for debt payoff, so there is not a lot of funds allocated, and I don't have anything listed for savings yet. I did have my $1,000 emergency fund saved that has now been reduced to $500 because of the holiday. I did not have a plan set out for 2017, so you all are growing with me as I learn budgeting as well. So I have to get my emergency fund back up to the $1,000 mark as well. So this is where we are currently. Okay, so then that will put $40 planned for sinking funds. So here, my total monthly spend is saying for all of the columns that I have in blue, and as you can see, it's giving you a sum. I have cell C53, which is this total, C47, which is this total for non-fixed. Then I also have C41, which is the total of debt, and then cell C27, which is the total for regular costs. So it is adding up all those totals and saying your total monthly spends, not with factoring in your income, is $2,576.63. So that is how much I am spending a month on regular costs, my debts, my non-fixed, and my sinking funds. Okay, here it's what's left. So I am taking cell C10, which is here, my total income, and I am subtracting it by cell C54, which was how much I'm spending per month. So this is saying that per my budget, I am bringing in $3,668 budgeted. I'm spending $2,576.63. So what is left is $1,091.31. And this is just the budgeted amount. Okay? So the next column would actually be the actual column. So this is what you input as things actually happen. So for example, sorry about that, I have put in a number here to say this is what I actually came deposited into my account for my December 29th paycheck. So I input that information here when I actually get the deposit, and it's letting me know here that I have a positive amount of $52.45. So that is the difference. So I was budgeted to make this amount, $1,200. I came home with $1,252.45. And to get your difference, you are doing cell D3, which was your actual, minus cell C3. And that's letting me know the difference. These have negative difference amounts because I have not received paycheck 2 or 3 yet. I get paid on the 12th and the 26th. So when those things actually occur, these numbers would change. For example, if I only receive 1,200, then it will change the difference to let you know you are under budget by $34. So that's what the difference column does. Same here, all throughout. Okay? And then in this column, it lets me know how much I am total over or under in difference. So, say each paycheck came in exactly the same for the rest of the month. Then it lets me know that I budgeted for $3,668. I actually came home with $3,720.45, which is a difference of $52.45. Okay? So I'm just going to delete these because this has not occurred. Alright, so then the next would be regular cost actual. So as I actually pay the bill, I would input the amount. So for example, Apple is always $10.66. My car payment is always the same at $363.40. My car's insurance is always the same at $76.39. My cell phone is always $105. My electricity varies. So, for example, say I'm sitting here and I pay it on the 12th when I get paid. Then I would put in what I actually paid. So if it was $82, then you see I'm over by $7. If it was $72, then you see I'm under by $3. So as you actually make these payments, you want to enter in the information. And then here I'll have the due dates. So I align with that. And then as I pay it, I just put a yes, it's been paid, as a reminder for myself. That is my personal preference. Okay? So let's just fill it out as if these things are actually happening, just to show you the chain. So let's say I actually got exactly what I anticipated here, budgeted for, and then I was over by 56 cents here. Okay, so that has happened. Let's just say I'm paying everything. This is as it's happening. Okay, so we've inserted some information as for regular costs as if these things have already happened. So as you see at the bottom here, for regular costs, I budgeted $1,110.63. I actually paid $1,127.49, so I am over budget by $16.86. Okay, so then we get down to the debt column, and let's go ahead and fill in some information here as if things have happened. And these minimum payments typically are the same. They do not change. or vary. The only time, again, they do vary is if the balance of the account is decreasing significantly, then usually the minimum payment will decrease. And that's what I've noticed with my accounts. Okay, so then here, let's say I budgeted $601 for my debts. I actually had to pay $596. I only, for some reason, had to pay $5 to Victoria's Secret. I'm done with the debt, for example, just in this scenario. And I have a difference of $5 to the positive. So I'm under by $5, so that's there. Okay, let's put in for non-fixed. This is my struggle area again, so I'm just gonna go as if I blew my budget each category, except for gas. I'm typically okay with gas, but I struggle with the eating out. So let's just do $212, $34, and let's do, I am pretty good with household. Let's just make it a realistic number. There you go. So it's saying, okay, you budgeted $825. You spent $879.80 for a negative amount of difference of $54.80. You blew your budget in these categories. Okay? Now, my sinking funds, they automatically are deposited, so they never vary. They are always the same. Okay? So, in this category, I'm typically I'm gonna be right on the money. Probably the only category that I'm ever really right on the money. So, this is saying that I budgeted $40, I spent $40, I have no over-under difference. So now, my total monthly spend was budgeted to be $2,576.63. I actually spent $2,643.29. I am over budget by $13.65. The what's left is when I subtract my income from my total monthly spend. So that should be D10, which was up here. D10, how much I actually came in with my income, minus what I actually spent. That gives me what's left, which is $1,077.72. This is what I would put to debt or put an amount to savings. So, for example, I told you my emergency fund was short by $500 because I had to utilize those funds for Christmas because I did not have a proper budget in place. That's why I have some sinking funds now. So, if I wanted to go ahead and put my emergency fund savings back up, I would put the $500 extra back there, and now I have $577.72 left to go towards debt. Okay, so again, this is a mock view of my budget for January. This is the method that I am going to be using in the Excel format. I am still also working here on my credit card information, just playing with numbers, trying to get a tracker in place so that I know what I have and the amounts that's due, the percentage, the minimum payments. I also have my totals here, and I will do a whole nother video in regards to this portion, but I just wanted to share that I am working on this part as well. And then I also have here a spending tracker, just like I'm doing in my Erin Condren planner. I'm tracking my spending. I will be sharing that with you all, but I just have the month, because this is January spending tracker, the amount. So if I spend $22, the category, food. Did I use debit, credit, cash? I'll put a Y for the one that I do use. Was it a need or a want? Gotta say I needed food. Okay? And that's how I'm tracking here. I'm also going to end up putting formulas that will add up the amounts that I spent. And that will be in a video to come if you all are interested. But here is my mock January budget. And if you guys have any questions for me on how to create the Excel spreadsheet or the formulas, then please put them in the comment section below. I will gladly answer your questions. I try to comment back as soon as I see them if I'm not super busy or working. But this is my method. So this is what I'm doing for January. And I will share my real weekly updates with y'all to let you know, okay, this is how much I'm over or under at the end of this week. So another video will go up this week as far as how well I did for the first week of January. Alright, so guys, I do hope that you liked this video. If so, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comment section below. And I will also tag my Instagram account in the description bar so you can follow me there as well for everything that I don't share in video form that I share on Instagram. Thank you all. I hope that you all are having a wonderful new year, and I look forward to sharing more information and content with you all. Thank you. Have a good day.